Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of FTB Infinity Evolved Skyblock with Arturio Emerys. So today we are going to talk blood magic and this thing. We'll call this Art's Folly. This was my attempt at trying to produce blood automatically for the blood altar. So I've got my divination sigil here. 220 life points in the altar. Dagger of Sacrifice. I've got mobs in it. Let's kill a few and see what happens. Nothing. 220. So if I take my sacrificial orb, $23,220. Exactly as much life points as I would have thought that would be produced by my orb of sacrifice, or my sacrificial orb. But the Dagger of Sacrifice should produce life points when you kill, well, I gotta use it though. When you kill mobs, this should produce life points, but it is not. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. 23,220. So I basically spent about, I don't know, several hours building a mob farm that works really, really well when I already have a mob farm that works pretty well. So, I mean, it's great for earning experience. It's very frustrating that it doesn't work for producing life essence. But, you know, I set up the system to gather the drops and, you know, throw them in the inventory over here. You do occasionally have to clean it out, like you get a lot of junk that you don't need, like these bows. And I did sort of figure out a way to deal with the spiders that spawn up there. I tried to set it up so that spiders wouldn't spawn, but I did not succeed in that regard. So let's go up top and look at it. Whoa. Oh, that was interesting. Okay, that was a little strange. That was a crashed desktop when I died. Actually, when I resurrected after dying. So, I've been having these little glitches like this where, you know, been kind of crashing for no reason. That's one that's probably reproducible. Like every time I die, that's pretty much going to happen. So let's see if I can get up there again. There should not have been mobs up there. Wow. Where did he come from? There should not be any spawnable spots here. There are no spawnable spots. How did he get out? That is a very good question. There we go. Let's just take a peek inside real quick. And I lost my brick. Now this makes a really good experience machine. It just doesn't really do anything for producing life essence. I believe that may have been what was in there, I think. I don't remember now. Let me see. Yeah, there's my brick. Let me grab that. And we'll put this stuff away. All right, let's go up one more. Okay. Yeah, there's no easy way to show kind of what's going on inside here. Let's see if I'm going to lose this brick too. No, I didn't. Okay, so it's conveyor belts. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there's no good way to show this. Let's see. It should just have spiders in it, which are not too dangerous. Yeah, I can't do it without breaking trapdoors, and they're too much of a pain to put back. So basically, you have these 1x1 platforms with trapdoors, so mobs will spawn on them, and they fall through the trapdoors. Now, the spiders can't fit through there, so they basically kind of clogs up with spiders up there, and I think I came up with a way to kind of deal with it. Okay, so what happens is there's this gap up here, and there is a gap that runs along these three sides that's just big enough for spiders to crawl out. And there's also conveyor belts on that gap pushing outward. So if the spiders wander in there, the conveyor belts will push them out. And the drop is far enough that when they hit the ground here, unless they're one of the special boss spiders, they die on impact. So that it mostly works. You know, when I first set it up, I didn't have that, and so I had to go up and modify it. And it seems to deal with it. Without it, the spiders just kind of build up in there until there's just a ridiculous amount of spiders in there. But that seems to keep their numbers down to something manageable. Okay, so 23,720. That's kind of frustrating. All right. Okay, so now there should be 25,000 in there. There's not... Do I still have Soul Fray? I don't have Soul Fray, do I? Was I not close enough just now? Is this not close enough, but this is? Wow, that is... 23,720. Yeah, that should have put me over 25,000. All right, now I got to wait for my health to build back up. Oops. But I want to... 23,920. Okay. That's 200. Yeah, that'll work. All right, let's wait a minute. The reason I'm trying to get 25,000 in there is I'm trying to make the blood orb the next one, which I think is the Masters. What is this one? No, the Magicians. That one takes a Thaumium block and a tier 3 altar, and that will give you the Magician's Blood Orb, which will then let me make runes. Now here's a Rune of Sacrifice, or Self-Sacrifice, and a Rune of Sacrifice. Now it's possible, now this one I needed the tier 3 altar for this. It's possible that if I make a couple of these Runes of Sacrifice, this may then work. I hope so, but I thought that if you had a Dagger of Sacrifice, you would get some in here. I just thought the Rune of Sacrifice just increase the amount you got. Sorry about that, folks. My medium-sized dog wants to play with Lola, and Lola doesn't want to play right now. She just wants to lay quietly. All right, let's try this again. All right, 25,920. All right, so this should be enough to make me a Magician's Blood Orb. Let's eat some food real quick. And this may take a few minutes, so we'll speed this up a bit. There we go, Magician's Blood Orb. Let's see now. Rune of Self-Sacrifice. That can be done with a Magician's Blood Orb. All right, let's gather up some of these materials. And let's see. All right, I was going to try to make the Rune of Self-Sacrifice first. Let's see if this will work. Nope, that does not work. I tried to make enough of these to make 2 of each. I don't necessarily have all the materials. Yeah, that's 1 Rune of Sacrifice. So I'm going to have to make a few more. One thing that's annoying about this is I can't get up and really kind of see what's going on there. So there's really no blood in here at the moment. So if I were to take this one out and put that there, let's see what's in there. 880. Okay, I may have lost a little bit when I did that. All right, let's see what happens now that I've got 1 Rune of Self-Sacrifice in there. That was 1 click, 860. Oh, okay, it's trying to fill the internal buffer. So we're going to have to deal with that first. So we got to get some in there to overcome that drained buffer. Okay, it looks like the buffer is finally full. So let's put a little more blood in there. Okay, so that was 10 clicks. So I think that was not much of an increase. Now, let me try it again with just 1 click. Okay, it's no longer going down, so 4540. So 4540 to 4760. Normally it would be 200, so now it's 220. So each one of these Runes of Sacrifice only increases it by 20, or is it 10%? Let's hope it's 10%. But what I am going to do is I'm going to have to make a few more runes. How much is in there? Yeah, there's not a whole lot in there, but I don't have a choice. So let's make a few runes here. That's another Rune of Sacrifice. Well, okay, yeah, that was the other kind of reinforced slate. So I need to make a reinforced slate and 2 more blank slates. Let's see what we got in there. 3640. Okay, that might be enough to do all that. There we go. And Oh, okay, yeah. So I've got 2 of those, or I've got 1 there, and I've got 2 more made. I want to make 1 more, and then I want to make, I've got enough Dagger of Sacrifices to make 4 of the Rune of Sacrifice. And those are going to be harder to make because it takes imbued slates, which is even more life points. So I'm going to make 1 more real quick. And we'll cut away for that. We'll come back in a minute. Okay, I realized that I'm going to run out of thaumium. So I'm going to make some real quick. So each of these files of Precontatio have 8 in it. So this is 16 total. It takes 4 Precontatio per thaumium ingot, and I need to make 4. I've got 4 pieces of mana steel here. So I drop the 2 files of Precontatio in there. And then I get my 4 thaumium ingots. And this sort of works. It works a little differently. So, you know, I'm going to have to... Where it works best is if you put in an entire stack of something to break down. If you put in less than a stack, it gets... It won't let you output to the files unless it has a full 8. And so it really just kind of works better if you only use things that have a total of 3 aspects. And also, like I said, put in a full stack so that you're going to make sure you get in multiples of 8. Then it works better. Okay, so... I need to make 1 more Rune of Self-Sacrifice. Let's see what we got in there. 4705. That's enough to make 4. All right. And let's see what we got in there. 1,500, not enough. I need to turn that one into a reinforced slate, which takes 2,000. So I need at least a couple more clicks. There, that should put 2, no, not quite. Yeah, just over. So we put this one in there. And that will become a reinforced slate. That will become our 4th Rune of Self-Sacrifice. And then we'll make 4 Rune of Sacrifice and see what happens. Yeah, I don't really know what's wrong here. It's possible this is a different version of Blood Magic and it works differently. It's possible the mod pack creators have messed around with it a bit. There's really no easy way to figure this out. So I'll try to make a Well of Suffering. I'll see if that works. Hopefully that works. But why would there be Runes of Sacrifice if you can only use them on witches? That doesn't make any sense. That's not my understanding of how this works. So I'm going to clean some of the crap out of here. Oh look, I got an uncommon treasure too. Cool. And I think that's going to do it for today. This is going to be a very, very long video, and I'm going to have to edit it way down and cut out all of the standing around waiting for my blood to regenerate. So what did we end up with? We end up with, okay, a little over 10,000. So, but anyway, that's going to do it for today. I hope you liked the episode. I hope you got something useful out of it. If you did, please leave a like on it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, It'd be really great if you could subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them on the YouTube channel, especially if you understand what's going on with the Rune of Sacrifice. Now, again, I'm recording ahead of time, so if you respond and I've already figured it out by then, please don't get mad. I'm just trying to stay ahead of everything, and I'm going on vacation at the end of the month. I'm trying to have enough episodes built up to get me through those 2 weeks. So anyway, thank you for watching. This is Arturio Emerys signing out.